Here are the headlines from the Friday edition of the Countdown podcast. Justice Samuel Alito should wake up tomorrow morning in GITMO or in a hospital prison somewhere being examined for illnesses of any kind. Alito and the other conservative members of the Supreme Court are as dangerous to the future of this country and its citizens and its freedoms and its representative form of government as any terrorists who ever lived. If presidents knew they might be prosecuted for little things like trying to overturn a valid election and illegally staying in office, Alito yesterday told the lawyer representing the special counsel Jack Smith, they would be way more likely to try to overturn a valid election and illegally stay in office. So, Alito concluded, if you want to preserve democracy, you can't prosecute a former president for trying to overturn a valid election and illegally staying in office. It went downhill from there, and it all sounded like stuff that Joseph Heller, the novelist, might have cut out of his novel, Catch-22, because it was too stupid sounding. What it tells us is that if there is a critical case regarding Trump in the election this fall, the Supreme Court will decide for Trump and make up bullshit reasons why later. Also, worst persons in the world, all three medalists are from the same news organization and are all in it because of the same news story about that news organization. As Politico reported, A.G. Sulzberger, publisher of the New York Times, is angry at the Biden people. The quote, these Biden people think that the problem is Peter Baker or whatever reporter they're mad at that day, one Times journalist said. It's AG. He's the one who is pissed that Biden hasn't done any interviews and quietly encourages all the tough reporting on his age. It's nice to know the people at the Times think that when Trump and his people come to round us all up, they'll have special passes that keep them from going to the camps. All that and more on the Friday edition of the Countdown Podcast, now live wherever you podcast.